2025 NFL Mock Draft 4.0. Browns pass on Shedeur Sanders. Chiefs draft physically gifted 6'5" Oat. Seam Payton gets Bo Nix, another weapon. The 2024 NFL season has officially come to a close, and the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl, preventing a Kansas City Chiefs three-peat. Soon the media will focus on the upcoming draft 24/7. But before that happens, let's take another crack at a mock draft with the draft order for Round 1 official for all 32 teams. 2025 NFL Mock Draft. 1. Tennessee Titans. Cam Ward /QB /Miami. As I reported from the Shrine Bowl, the consensus has Ward as the top quarterback in the draft, and the feeling is that Tennessee will take him with the first pick of the draft. 2. Cleveland Browns. Abdul Carter /Edge Penn State. Despite needing a quarterback, the D-in factor that I reported on from Senior Bowl practices could keep the Browns from selecting Shedeur Sanders. Selecting Carter could ease the pain of trading Myles Garrett if that transaction comes to pass. 3. NY Giants. Shedeur Sanders /QB /Colorado. The Giants will be happy with any of the top 4 players in the draft, but they would be elated if Sanders falls in their laps. 4. New England Patriots. Travis Hunter /GoURECB /Colorado. Hunter can fill several voids on the Patriots roster, and at the very least, he offers Drake May a dynamic playmaker. 5. Jacksonville Jaguars. Mason Graham /DT /Michigan. Graham's teammate, Will Johnson, will receive consideration at this spot, but the Jaguars can't miss on this pick. Graham is one of the safest players at the top of the draft and fills a need on defense. 6. Las Vegas Raiders. Tyrone McMillan /WR /Arizona. As reported from Senior Bowl practices, the Raiders are expected to try to move up for a quarterback, but the team is also paper thin at receiver, and McMillan is a dominant pass catcher. 7. NY Jets. Will Johnson /CB /Michigan. DJ Reed is not expected to be back, and the Jets need help in the secondary, the unit their new head coach Aaron Glenn previously played for the franchise. McMillan will be a consideration if he slides to this spot, depending on what happens with the Jets' receiver position in the offseason. 8. Carolina Panthers. Jalon Walker /Edge Georgia. The Panthers would love to end up with Will Johnson, but edge rusher is a need, and Walker is a natural fit. 9. New Orleans Saints. Luther Burden /Delgador Missouri. The Saints need playmakers as well as depth at receiver. 10. Chicago Bears. Will Campbell /T /LSU. Campbell will be hotly debated leading up to the draft, as many people like him while others do not. The Bears need help all over the offensive line, and Campbell played better as the season progressed. 11. San Francisco 49ers. Michael Williams /Edge Georgia. Another top edge rusher to pair with Nick Bosa. 12. Dallas Cowboys. Ashton Jeanty /RB Boise State. The Cowboys would love for a top receiver to fall to this spot, but I don't see that happening. They need a lot of help at running back, and Jeanty is a special 3-down player at the position. 13. Miami Dolphins. Malaki Starks /S Georgia. The Dolphins could use 2 safeties from this draft. Defensive tackle and offensive line will receive consideration at this spot. 14. Indianapolis Colts. Colston Loveland /T Michigan. Loveland is more of a deep threat than Tyler Warren, everyone's favorite tight end, and he's a better fit for the Colts system. 15. Atlanta Falcons. James Pierce Jr. /Edge Tennessee. The Falcons will have their pick of talented defensive front 7 players to choose from. Pierce will be a terrific fit for their scheme. 16. Arizona Cardinals. Kenneth Grant /DL Michigan. A terrific scheme fit. Grant is a playmaker with great upside. 17. Cincinnati Bengals. Kelvin Banks /All Cincinnati. The Bengals can use help at OG and OT to replace aging veterans. Most teams project Banks to guard, though a few believe he can play left tackle on Sundays. 18. Seattle Seahawks. Emeka Egbuka /WR Ohio State. The Seahawks need a receiver, and that need will only get greater if they choose to move DK Metcalf. Igbuka is not a spectacular prospect, but he's polished and safe. 19. Tampa Bay Bucks. Nick Scorton/edge/Texas A&M. Scorton has been a dominant pass rusher at 2 schools, and he can do the same on Sundays. 20. Denver Broncos. Tyler Warren/TE/Penn State. Warren fits the Broncos system and will quickly become a favorite of quarterback Bo Nix. 21. Pittsburgh Steelers. Walter Nolan/DL/Mississippi. Benjamin Morrison would receive consideration here, yet Nolan is a playmaker who can line up in a 3-man front. 22. LA Chargers. Josh Connerly/Gee/Oregon. With no highly rated receiver or tight end on the board, Harbaugh selects another offensive lineman in the first round to bolster a unit he covets.